You know, guys can be really mean to girls and do the sorts of things that are unforgivable. But what I've come to realize is that nobody hates a woman more than another woman, or more specifically, a jaded woman. Nobody on this earth wants more for a woman's destruction than a woman who is miserable within her own right. I have not seen the amount of vitriol, the amount of coverted envy, the amount of subtle sabotage take place between men and women that I have seen between women and other women. And I could likely say the same for dudes, but oftentimes it's more overt. It's going to be more, confrontational beef or whatever it is. But when it comes to chicks, boy, my goodness. They will pretend to be your absolute best friend, your confidant, somebody who loves and cares for you, somebody who is there in support of you, meanwhile sabotaging the very things that you hold closest, nearest, and dearest. That to me is insane, folks. So that being said, I want to get into a little video here. Shout out to my homegirl, Dr. Jebra Fauché. She is hilarious on X. So shout out to homegirl. She's always got something up her sleeve. Real funny stuff. But anyway, here's a video of a chick basically telling other chicks to, to divorce their husbands if they voted for Trump.
Video of a woman who realized now, 8 years in, that her husband is a Trump supporter. I can't even imagine that.
So basically her husband is a man with some level of common sense and I guess doesn't fear his wife to the point where he is willing to compromise literally his own household. Because if you're a man and you voted for Kamala.
But I would get a divorce immediately, and there are going to be Republicans on the internet that are really mad about this because I'm spreading hate and divisiveness. But I want people to have control over their own bodies. He doesn't. I want women to be able to do whatever they want.
So this entire conversation about women losing their rights, because this was posted September 22nd, 2024. So maybe we can give her the benefit. Oh my God, the eyes. It's in the eyes, chica. It's in the eyes. I just realized, my God, psychosis. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt right now to say maybe she is not aware of the fact that after Trump becomes president, literally nothing changes for women. As a matter of fact, you still got to go to the job. You still got to sign the paperwork for the mortgage. You still got to, you understand me, do those things that you likely were wishing you would be opted out of. Oh, and also you get to still unalive your babies at unprecedented rates, which is still going on at this very moment, right? You were told that your rights were going to be taken away. That's what we call a bold-faced lie. That's what they did. The Kamala Harris, and I call her Skamala because she was indeed a scam, and they tried to scam us into voting into her or voting for her or even seeing her as a viable candidate. Yeah. So the Skamala campaign was, I would say, more than 80% on the basis of women's reproductive rights. Basically, they sold you on this idea that women would no longer be able to unalive their babies, the normal regular thing that women do in a female physiognomy is to take the life of your own child. It seems pretty normal, especially the celebration of such a thing, right? Seems really, really normal, super, super sane, not some sort of, death cult or whatever it is. I guess it's just normal female behavior. Anyway, turns out that it was an absolute lie from the pits of hell and that you were duped. So if you did indeed file those divorce papers, turns out that what you actually did was you ruined your life on the basis of nothing. But then again, if you're the type of individual who is willing to divorce your husband because of his political stance, you're probably not supposed to be together in the first place because you, my friend, are insane and he deserves better for himself. Let us continue.
He doesn't even want us to be able to vote. I want it to be easier for people to vote in elections. And he said, if you vote this time, you'll never have to do it again. So people who say that it's divisive to think like that politically, I would not be able to live in the same house with someone who had such fundamentally different beliefs. How could you love someone that supports?
The fact that these people actually exist is what terrifies me just a little bit. I'm not all the way terrified because I understand that, they're extremely weak-minded, feeble, and a few words would completely shatter their entire earth. I mean, I'm talking about scorched earth, Thanos snap, everything gone, at least half of everything gone, just by you saying a couple of words that they do not agree with. They would lose their shiznite, okay? But the thing that I'm getting to is this. The fact that these individuals here with this sort of thought process are the ones who are dwelling amongst us should have you thinking, what went wrong here? How did we get to this place? When did we allow the psych patients to run the psych ward? That's the questions that we should be asking. Let her finish.
It's a person who wants to strip you of your rights, that wants you to bleed out in a hospital room rather than giving you the abortion care that you need.
I love how it's always brought back, and this is a little bit of a tangent. This is a me thing. I love how they always use the excuses of either a woman being raped or that of, she needs this as an emergency, when more than 90% of the baby unalivings taking place are because of personal lifestyle decisions. Less than 10% are some sort of emergency base. And some would say that, some doctors would actually say, allegedly, I'm not a doctor, but some doctors would say there is no real situation that is actually medical necessary. But there is one, which is what if she was taken advantage of, right? What if she was forced upon? That's the argument that is used by people like her, when in reality, what's actually taking place is that they just want an excuse to get away with what the hell they want to do, because they want to get to the bag, because they want to be cute. They still want to be for the streets. They don't want that baby dragging them back and dragging them down and stopping them from crunching numbers in a corporate job. That's what this is about. But they love to use these other sorts of scenarios and situations in order to make themselves feel better about the thing they're actually fighting for, which is the taking away of a life of your young. And if you do not want to consider it a life, then why is it that federal law states that if a woman is to be unalived while she is pregnant, that is a double homie? Why is it a double homie? That means there's two lives, right? Yeah. But when she does it herself, when she takes that life, it's seen as empowerment. It's seen as freedom. It's seen as liberation, right? So if that be the story, then sis, I hope that your husband was a Trump supporter. I hope you did leave him. But again, notice what I said in the beginning. She is telling other women, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to think. If your husband is X, Y, and Z, this is what he's at. She is sabotaging them on the basis of a lie. And if you listen to women like this, maybe you actually do deserve to get whatever you're getting. But I would tell you right now, there are mothers, there are aunties, there are sisters, there are cousins, there are so-called best friends, colleagues, etc., who are looking to destroy you, because whatever you have that they do not, whether it is joy, contentment, peace in your life, they want you to be where they are in Miseryville. They will do anything necessary in order to get you right there at the frontier of miserydom, right there with them. So that's exactly what we're witnessing right here, folks. It's an individual who wants everybody else in the very same place that she is, in psychosis. Look at this. Look at the eyes. How do the eye? I'm sorry. That's a mental
Over their own bodies.
Like,
he doesn't.
I try to do that sometimes in my videos, and I'm like, bro, do you understand how much work it is to open your eyes like this? Like these? And I know that's not her normal look, because when her eyes are settled, they're lower right there, and then all of a sudden she might be having an episode. She might be having an episode. Look at that. Y'all seen that, right? I think she might be having an episode, and I ain't talking about the Cosby Show. Well, actually, I don't know why that was the first show to pop up. Freudian slip. She's having an episode. I ain't talking about Martin, but she is so crazy. Only the Martin fans will know what the hell that's about. But yeah, misery loves, misery gives, misery comes, misery is. My goodness. Yeah. Ladies, watch the people that you keep around you. Fellas too, everybody, but More specifically, women, when you have something good in your life, make sure you surround yourself with people who want the best for you genuinely. Likely, it's going to be those who already have it, or the rare one person, two people in your life that cannot have the thing and still be happy for you. That's a rare commodity in any human being, for where somebody can see you thriving, somebody can see you genuinely joyful, happy, and can want the best for you, as opposed to wanting to see you back where they're at in Miseryville. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 3-6-5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising.